Before now, we have been using our simple width and height to describe dimensions. Now, those depend on the dimensions of your physical screen. So your screen has a width and height. So normally, if I specify width of a particular element, I'll normally be specifying the size across the horizontal dimension of your screen. This brings up an issue when we're dealing with text directions. When you flip over the text direction, what was previously the width of your element now becomes the height. And we generally do not want that. We would like our width and height to remain as we intended, even after changing the text direction. Don't worry, I'll explain and demonstrate what I mean. This is our CSS. We have a border, a width of 100 pixels, and the writing mode is horizontal TB. Now, this width is going to specify that generally the width of the elements should not exceed 100 pixels. So we haven't set a height, so the height will expand to accommodate the text. Now, our horizontal TB is our default writing mode, and that is what we are used to. So you can see that the width is set to 100 pixels, but the height is flexible, so it can accommodate the text and expand to wrap it up. Now, this is fine. However, if we remove the width, it will behave normally. So it occupies the viewport and expands as wide as is allowed. But in this situation, we are limiting the width of the element. Now, let's change the writing mode to vertical. Now, there's something weird here in the sense that the width that we set before has become the height of the block. And because of that, the look of the text is now different. We're going to use inline size and block size instead. Now, inline size refers to the size in the inline direction, which is the sentence. Now, that can be said to be our width. So let's go back to our original text look, and we're going to use inline direction or inline size instead of width. Inline size is the same thing as width, but in this situation, it is not dependent on the screen. Even if I change the text direction, it retains the look I am looking out for. So in this situation, the text is vertical, but the inline size remains because I am now talking about the inline size and not just the width. We also have block size, which will also be synonymous with height. So the block size is dependent on the direction. Remember that for the horizontal, the block is top to bottom, and for vertical, it is either left to right or right to left.